What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, Peep Squad is in the building. Let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about Eva Marcille interviewing with Wendy Williams. Baby, the shade was out here thrown all the way around the streets, and Kevin McCall caught some shade too as well from Eva Marcille. So he should be pretty soon going off online because he was called a deadbeat and a sperm donor. Lord have mercy, what is going on? Wendy Williams is out here, making sure Eva Marcille get that shine, and Eva Marcille came through and she was shading. And even Kandi Burruss caught a little bit of that shade from Wendy Williams, basically saying, isn't it the end of the road for Kandi Burruss? She has outgrown Real Housewives of Atlanta. I was like, damn, Wendy, like, come on, let Kandi eat, let Kandi do what she want to do. She'll make up her mind when she want to make up her mind. You can't make it up for her. I was like, Lord have mercy, Wendy, you doing too much. Kandi don't appreciate this. She ain't ask you for your opinion or your advice on the situation, but you already know Wendy Williams is gonna come through with how she feels, point blank, period. I was just like, damn. And also, Wendy Williams felt like she was being shaded or slighted a little bit by Eva Marcille and called her on it in the interview. And also, it seems like, Wendy Williams is trying to make sure she gets back at Simon, because Simon was throwing some shade at her when she was throwing shade about he lives in a straw hut. And Simon responded quick, fast, in a hurry. And so, therefore, Wendy probably was like, oh, you gonna be throwing shade at me? Let me throw some shade at you. I was like, Lord have mercy. So, Wendy Williams is asking Eva Marcille questions about Porsha Williams, knowing that Porsha and Eva Marcille do not get along at all, point blank, period. So that situation is just off the chain. And it seems like Eva Marcille, she came there to play. She came on ready, baby. So let's just get down to the situation. Let's just talk about it. We got Eva Marcille. She is shading the shit out of Kevin McCall, basically saying that he's a donor. He's not a good father. And, she went down to the court system. She has their daughter that they have in common, Marley, name change, last name change. That is Michael Sterling on her birth certificate. And also, on her social security card, it says Michael Sterling. It does not say Kevin McCall, point blank, period. And she said, too bad the courts are closed because, Michael Sterling would be adopting Marley, and that situation just going to be what it's going to be. I was like, damn. So she's going in on Kevin McCall. So even Marcelle's feeling a certain type of way. She can't stand that man, but every time she brings up his name, he ends up going off on Instagram. So you already know what that situation's going to be like. And Eva Marcille, she also put it out there that, listen, she is not on Real Housewives of Atlanta anymore. She was there for 3 seasons because Wendy was like, oh, your departure from 2 seasons, and Eva Marcille was like, oh, you got to twist the girl. It's 3 seasons, and yes, I'm done with Real Housewives of Atlanta because I don't need the drama, because Michael Sterling is booked and busy as Anderson Cooper, and so therefore Eva Marcille saying that she didn't want to have all that drama from Real Housewives of Atlanta play out in her husband's work life and his career and the things that he's trying to do in his life. So therefore she took a step back and a step down from Real Housewives of Atlanta. A lot of people don't believe that. They believe that she was going to get fired, so she left. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. I was like, it is going down. But Wendy Williams also brings up, the situation about Kevin McCall and Eva talking about going to court and having Michael Sterling adopt Marley. She said, girl, just let it go. You don't want to fight too long because it would give you fine lines and wrinkles. And then Eva Marcille, she's responded back to the situation and said, Wendy, I have been listening to all the advice that you have been giving, and I want my skin to be nice and smooth. And then Wendy said, oh, that is a read, Eva Marcille, because Eva can read effortless and easily, and you have to watch her. So therefore Wendy was paying more close attention to what Eva Marcille was saying about her, if she was reading her or not, because usually Wendy don't even pay attention that much to what the guests are saying. She just let it fly by because their shade is low key. But you guys already know that Eva Marcille shade is deadly. And then Eva Marcille, she responds back to Wendy Williams and says, she said, no, Wendy, is not a read, because earlier in Hot Topics, you said don't fight, don't cuss, don't fuss, because it would give you wrinkles. And then, it would give you wrinkles. And, Eva Marcille said, so she don't want that. Eva also says that, Wendy, you did say that you can fuss and you can fight and you can cuss and you can do what you want to do when you get older, and all that other good stuff. So Eva Marcille said, I was just taking your advice. So when I get older, I will look good and I have that good skin and good karma. And then Wendy Williams turned around and said, oh, that's another read when you said when I get older. So Eva Marcille basically was, shading Wendy, and Wendy caught each and every dime of it because she was looking out for another shade assassin out here in these streets. So basically, Wendy felt like Eva Marcille was throwing shade about being old and wrinkled. Like, Lord have mercy, what is going on in this situation? So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. And also, it was interesting to hear that Michael Sterling is working, doing a whole lot of stuff, and he's also working with Johnny Cochran law firm too as well. That's a good situation. Then Eva Marcille was asked by Wendy Williams, what do you think about the whole situation with Porsha and her engagement and all that other good stuff? And Eva Marcille says she doesn't have any thoughts. She don't think about it. And she basically takes marriage very seriously, and she takes commitment very seriously, and she takes reconciliation very seriously. So basically, Eva Marcille is throwing, it at Porsha, that Porsha and Simon, their commitments that they had in the past, or Simon being committed to Fallon, he did not take it serious, and maybe Porsha Williams interrupted the reconciliation between Simon and Fallon. And Eva Marcille has inside information when it comes to, Miss Kenya Moore, because Kenya Moore and Fallon are very, very good friends. And also, so we're going to see how this whole situation pans out, baby. It is going on. And, Eva Marcille said Porsha Williams is not a friend of mine. And, I don't like her. And Wendy was like, what do you think about the tattoos, that Porsha, got a Simon? And she was just like, She goes, I don't think about it. I was like, Lord have mercy. She was like, I don't think about it. Eva Marcille said that, she is not Porsha Williams' friend, and she doesn't like Porsha, but she would never hook up Dennis McKinley with anybody because that's girl code. I was like, Lord have mercy. Eva Marcille is feeling a certain type of way. She's calling Porsha out, saying Porsha is not following girl code at all. Eva Marcille came through with the nails and a beautiful outfit. She was slaying, baby. She was looking so pretty and so good. Wendy Williams' only thing that she could do is compliment her and let Eva Marcille know that Wendy caught her shade, because usually when you catch Eva Marcille's shade, she denies that she's throwing shade. But in any event, Eva Marcille says she is kept in the loop because Kandi Burruss, Cynthia Bailey, Kenya Moore are her girls and are her friends. And so therefore she knows what's going on, when it's going on, how it's going on. And she also knew about the Bolo situation firsthand. We did see Eva Marcille on Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13 at Cynthia Bailey's house, talking about, the Bolo and Porsha situation with Kandi and Cynthia's sister. So, And Eva Marcille says that she's working along with Bolo on her new show, Queens something, and therefore Bolo's a good person, Bolo's this. And when that situation panned out with Bolo and Porsha, she was working with him in the bubble while it was bad out here in these streets. And Eva Marcille has a new show called All the Queen's Man or something like that. And so in any event, she says she knows about Bolo, and she gave him good advice to help him get through the situation, because I don't know what he needed help with. He was getting promoted, baby. When it comes down to Andy's been promoting Bolo, aka Michael, forever. So it is what it is with that situation. So Eva Marcille, she was here, she was ready, to throw them jabs at Porsha and to say that she would never do something like that, to anybody. And Porsha basically violated girl code. And also she feels like, Porsha wasn't right because, she was friends with that girl. They might not have been best friends, but they were friends. And at some point, it's just cold. So Eva Marcelle's looking at the situation like, you know, just offer a little girl code, you know? So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, it is going down. Then Eva Marcille also added in that she think there's a little bit of shade going on with Simon, because Simon is out here in these streets and he's posting to Instagram, and he has changed his Instagram name, and that is a situation too as well, because he put on his Instagram he is a public figure. So basically Eva Marcille saying Simon is in it to win it, and he's in it for the attention. He is calling himself a public figure. Lord have mercy. And also, Eva Marcille was throwing shade at Shamea, because when Eva Marcille said that she would never hook anybody up with Dennis McKinley, even though her and Porsha are not friends, she's taking that shot at Shamea, because Shamea allegedly hooked Porsha up with Simon. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And then we move on to the shade that it gets to Kandi Burruss. What did Kandi Burruss do to deserve this shade from Wendy Williams? Wendy Williams was feeling a certain type of way, and she basically said it's like the end of the road for Kandi Burruss. It's time to retire. Does she know when enough is enough? She has outgrown, but she said at first that Kandi Burruss has outgrown Real Housewives of Atlanta, basically saying, Kandi, it's time to hang it up. It's time to move on. And this is the second time less than 2 months that Wendy Williams has shaded Kandi Burruss. Like, what's going on? Wendy is saying that Riley is grown, she's in college, Kandi Burruss' marriage with Todd Tucker is doing good and doing well, and she might jeopardize that by remaining on reality TV. And then that's when Eva Marcille, she jumped into the situation, and she said that Kandi Burruss is doing fine, she's doing well, and she's doing good, and she has other shows. She's on The Shy, and she'll know when it's time to leave, because everybody thinks about leaving. And Eva Marcille is basically saying, hey, listen, I knew when to leave, so was that shade? Like, what's going on? And Eva Marcille says, she just said that she hopes that Kandi Burruss does not burn any bridges. And she's throwing that shade at NeNe Leakes, saying that NeNe Leakes burned some bridges while she was over there at the Real Housewives of Atlanta on Bravo when she left. And Eva Marcille said that she didn't burn any bridges with Bravo at all, because she left in a classy manner. So it seems like Eva Marcille came to read and came to shade people that she don't like. Lord have mercy. She says Kandi Burruss better keep a good relationship with Universal, with Bravo, with the network, point blank period. And she already has a spinoff. I was like, damn, what is going on? And Eva just says, you just gotta know how to exit. So you guys let me know what you think. Please like the video.